That's right, the unicorn pack is here. Let's go, baby! Now what you're watching here is me molding in my first ever game of unicorn pack, losing to Manticore plus Frost Pup plus Vampire Bat, just completely deleting my team. But I don't want to show you guys my first game. My first game, honestly, it took forever. I didn't know what I was doing, and it wasn't that good of a video. I actually tried doing a live commentary on it, and then I went back and listened to it. I'm like, this is terrible. It's hard to do live commentary when one, I don't do live commentary, so I'm not used to it. And two, I'm learning as I'm playing. It's hard to talk about like why I'm doing stuff when I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, here we are with our second game in the unicorn pack. Here I'm still learning how to play. Now I'm still learning right now, but I've played a little more than this. This was my second ever game. I have now played, I think, 16 games. I'll check like my mobile game here. Let me see. I think it's 16. I played 16 Turtle Pack games. I've won 8 of those. Not bad. But let me just say, I think the Unicorn Pack is just absolutely awesome. It is so much fun. There's so many unique pets. There's so many really interesting archetypes. You know, you got like mana, and you got like jump teams, and like, excuse me, you got stuff with ailments, you know, stuff with leveling up and rolling, all that kind of stuff. But it's just so cool how they all interact with each other. And what's really cool is there's a lot of pets that work across different archetypes. Like there's pets like the, I hovered over to there. It's one of the tier 3s. It's like the blue one with one eye. But when you roll, it gives the friend ahead. It'll give a friend ahead mana at the start of battle or whatever for how many times he rolled. Like that works both for roll teams and like those kind of teams as well as mana teams. Like it's cool how you're able to like mix and match, you know? Like I think it's just really cool how they made these things work across different archetypes. I think it's really cool. There also have been a lot of broken pets. I mean, I'm sure you, any of you have played or have watched any videos so far from content creators know about some of these broken pets. I mean, you can see one of them here, the Axe Handle Hound. This is a tier 1 that will deal 10 damage if you have more than one of the same pet. It's the beginning turns. Everyone's wanting multiple of the same pet. Why? I mean, it's a cool concept. Why is it doing 10 damage first off? That's insane that you could have a tier 1 like one shot a tier 6, because not every tier 6 can live 10 damage right off the rip. And then 2, it's a tier 1. You gave that ability to a tier 1. That's absolutely insane. What are you thinking, man? But anyway, so we're gonna use some of these broken pets. The tier 2s in this pack are also really darn impressive. I mean, we already talked about the, no, we didn't talk about it. The Frost Cub here. I mentioned in passing, but it gives the Frost status, and the Frost status means that that enemy will take 5 extra damage once. And I think the Frost Cub is the only source of the Frost ailment. But that can really pack a punch. I mean, 5 extra damage, especially like when you have a tier 2, so like turns 3 and 4, you know, like no one's gonna have more than 5 health. It's very unlikely with pets at this level. So basically, it's a one shot. It's kind of crazy. We grab a what's it called? You got the 3-headed dude, whatever it's called. I'm looking at the pet in their team. What matters is that I give it mana, and when it faints, it summons a giant unit based on how much mana you had. I think it's interesting that, like, you know, because it's like a lion, goat, and a snake or something. The Manticore. No, that's not a Manticore. What's it called? The Chimera. The Chimera! The Chimera is like a lion and a goat and a snake, but when it faints, it'll summon like one of those, but like it's not the actual lion, goat, or snake from the game. It's just whatever one's in the art, so you see the lion looked different than the lion that's in the star pack. That's why. They just did something fun with it. No ability, just base stats. But anyway, Wyvern's another one I absolutely love. You want tempo? How about getting an extra level up reward every single time? Also, Gingerbread Man. Holy cow, y'all. I love Gingerbread Man. I feel like I'm going to be putting in all of my custom packs now. Being able to give yourself +1 XP in battle is amazing. It lets you like punch above your belt like really well. Like look, I can do the double cold right here. And because of that, I can one-shot that person and then one-shot the pet behind it too. Also, the clouds background, it's so pretty at nighttime. That's another thing I've severely didn't realize how much I love was the new background system with it turning to night half the time. Some looks so pretty. Like the clouds one in daytime, I don't like it. It's too pink. It's too like washed out. I don't really like how it looks. Kind of hurts my eyes. But the nighttime one looks so lovely. I know in the options there's a way to actually freeze it to day or night, so maybe I'll rock like that nighttime moon background at some point. Could be cool. Here I'm just reading the different abilities, trying to find something useful. And grabbing the werewolf just for the, useful base stats, and I get the level 3 Mothman achievement. That's just a funny perk of the, whatever pet it is. I don't know any of these names. It's a tier 3. When we sell it, it summons a map, and then 2 turns later, the map turns to a treasure chest, and 2 turns later, gives you a random tier 2 friend as a 4/4 at level 3. I said, well, shoot, that's a free achievement, so I bought it. Now here, I'm hovering over the Cyclops. If any of you have seen any videos or any discourse like on the superautopets Discord, you'll know the Cyclops is absolutely cracked. So the Cyclops, it gives, when a friend levels up, has to level up first, it'll give that friend an extra XP and a mana. And what's crazy is it's basically like, I know you have to level up the pet first, but then it makes it so much easier to get to level 3. And then if you stack multiple of them, it's like, oh shoot, this guy's just gonna level up super. You get a level 2, you're basically at a level 3 already. And then it's giving the mana anyway. So even if it's like already hits level 3, at least you're getting the mana out of it. But like, it's so good tempo. You get it earlier than Alpaca. And here's the crazy thing. It doesn't have a trigger limit. Are you kidding me? Like, it's crazy that it can do like the XP and the mana and help level up your pets and all that. And it will do that for free with no trigger limit, and it works in battle too. Here I'm inspecting, like, why did my Chimera summon 2 pets? It's because the Stamina Wisdom on the air team. Think about doing the Kraken. I'm looking at the fun perks they've got here. I really like the Magic Beans. That's another fun thing for tempo, because the next turn it will have a golden egg, and the golden egg is both an in-battle perk that does 5 damage before attacking once. Just kind of like a regular egg from the golden pack, but better. But then also increases your sell value by +3. So I'm putting a perk on my Manticore. I keep calling Manticore, the Chimera here, just like the opponent right here has done. But I'm doing that so that I can. It's basically like an avocado that also has an in-battle ability. It's just really nice, but you have to wait a turn for it. Now we don't win here. That's okay. This is what I'm looking at. I'm like, wait, the lion looks different. And right now I've been rocking with that level 3 whatever bird that gives the mana to the front friend, just because I think it's nice having the mana combo with the, I'm not going to call it Manticore this time. I'm not going to call it Manticore. What is it called? With the Chimera. And this is when I look, I'm like, wait a second. I can get free money because it needs 6 gold or 6 mana to faint and give me 3 gold. Well, I've got the pet at the back. Good gracious me. Sorry, it's late. I've been playing Unicorn Pack all evening, ever since I got off work. But anyway, it gives the mana and I can get free gold. Yeah, so like, it was super fun. I woke up, I had an early shift. I was at work at 6:30, and it was fun because I woke up about like 5:30, looked at my phone, and what do you know, the Unicorn Pack had just come out about 30 minutes ago. So I got to spend my whole day at work just looking at everybody else having fun. And I'm just sitting back here at work like, come on, man, just let me go home. I want to play Unicorn Pack. And you know what? I had to stay later at work too. I didn't get off till like 4:30. And then I finally sat down and was able to play. And then I had that last game where I lost to like the Vampire Bat, Manticore, Frost Cub team. So now here I pick up the Nessie. Nessie is a really interesting pet, but whose ability is really overtuned. So for every time you roll, it will basically, whenever it faints, it'll summon like a fake Nessie boat. And that Nessie boat will get +1/+1 or +2/+2 for every time you rolled this turn. So because of how many times I rolled, I get a 16/16 Nessie. It's basically, I rolled 8 times. I get 16/16 out of it, which is really, really good. Now here we are on turn 11, and there's a couple pets I'm looking for. First of which is the Yeti here, because you know what's better than having rolls is having rolls for free. Especially when I get this Nessie to level 2. Now it's going to be getting a bunch of stats. And then I find the Team Spirit, and I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, I found scaling. That's another thing. This pack feels a lot more limited in its scaling for the most part. Some pets are kind of stupid broken with their scaling. But for the most part, like, the scaling isn't just like you throw a giraffe or a cat or whatever in your team and you just get stats. There's actually a lot of hoops you have to jump through, which is, I like it because it makes the pack a little more focused on abilities. for the most part. I will talk about more later with another pet we bring on. We get a 28-28 Nessie. But anyway, all that to say, I'm glad that the Team Spirit is here on tier 6. It combos well with my with my Yeti that freezes pets for my me to find copies of to give me more levels. And then I can find more Team Spirits, get more levels, all that kind of jazz. And I'm actually already at 7 wins. This doesn't feel like a 7-win kind of team, but you know what? The pack is new. Everyone's still learning it, and everyone's stats are kind of low. So as long as I have good abilities, I think I can win okay. And what's a better ability than having a 48-48 boat? Am I right? Oh man, that's so much. Look at that. It swept the whole team. They had 2 behemoths. Anyway, Behemoth was the other pet I was going to talk about a minute ago. So Behemoth, can we talk about Behemoth? It's a little bit strong. Not only does it have the highest base stats in the entire game at 14-14, it gives itself stats at the end of the turn for free, just +2/+2, no requirement. And then on top of that, its stats are allowed to go above 50. It can go up to 100. 100, are you hearing this right now? And you can, like, it's crazy. You can stat it up, scale it. I've been seeing people running like 75 attacks, 75 health, like behemoths. How do you deal with that? Like, seriously, how do you deal with that? That's way too much. So anyway, a lot of pets are overtuned. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm definitely gonna have a behemoth video for you guys because I gotta use the broken stuff before it gets removed, right? I mean, that's the whole point of me playing and recording all night is because I'm like, dude, I gotta get these cool pets in before they get like nerfed because everything is so absurdly busted that the best way, only if I want to use the busted stuff, I gotta record and play with it now. So that's what I'm doing. Now here we face, just like when I lost my first ever match of the Unicorn Pack, I face a Ailments plus Vampire Bat team, but I actually win there, unlike the last time, which is great. We're getting more stats from our Team Spirit. We've got a lot of stats now, which is great. And we'll get the Team Spirit to level 3 as well. And now all my pets are at level 3, which is pretty cool. But here's the problem. Now that they're all at level 3, I'm no longer going to be getting any stat buffs from my Team Spirit because there's no more pets left to level up. Here we face another Ailments plus Vampire Bat team, very creative. Luckily, our 50-50 Nessie is able to do some work here, though with the crisp, we're actually lose. It was cool seeing the 100 damage multiplier pop up though because of that, whatever the sick ailment is that the that one pet does, the Xenomorph pet. That's not a Xenomorph. So now I decided, you know what, I don't have any level ups anymore, so let's use this cool new Starbits candy, or whatever it's called, get a different tier 6. And this one doesn't really do anything for me either, but you know what, I've got so much money, let's find some perks, you know, because I don't have any perks on my team. This isn't a pack that is really about very many perks. There aren't that many perks, and a lot of them kind of go away, you know? Like the, I mean, Golden Egg's meant to be sold, the Magic Bean's kind of meant to be sold too. This time we transform it to a Phoenix, and I think I decided to hang on to it because it actually has a ability that I can make use of. But there's also, what's the other perk? There's one other perk that I think was pretty cool. Oh yeah, the Fairy Dust for push teams, or not push teams, because they're jump now. Jump and push are 2 different things. So like Doorhead Ant technically is different. But anyway, I've been playing some jump teams. I had a really, really cool jump team that didn't quite make it all the way, and I was really sad about that. But hopefully I can get a jump team for you guys. But actually, other than jump teams, I've got a lot of really fun videos cooked up for y'all. Like, oh my gosh, I've gotten like, I think another 2 or 3, maybe 4 videos tonight that I think are high quality enough to upload to you guys. Here's our 50-50 Nessie boat again, but we lose because the melon on the, what's it called? The head crab person, the legally distinct head crab. But we're actually lose this one. But I've got a lot of cool videos, including I've already recorded the next episode of Try Hard Tuesdays. I mean, can you guys guess what it is? There's quite a few broken pets in this pack, but can you guess which broken pets I'm going to feature on Try Hard Tuesdays? That's the thing. There's so many options that you could have no idea what pets I'll use because they're all broken. But you probably won't see a Yeti Quetzalcoatl Nessie build because that's what I'm doing right now. But other than that, Let's see if we can win here on turn 17. We've got all level 3s for the last 3 turns now, which is insane. We talk about we had like all level 3s by like turn 14 or something. Anyway, they've got a giant behemoth here, which looks really scary until you realize I've got a Nessie. And this is when I realized that the Cerberus, whatever you pronounce it, hard C or not, it summons it multiple times, which is great. But our 50-50 boat is able to beat the behemoth, and we're able to take the win. And that is going to be our very first win in Unicorn Pack. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching. I've got some really fun Unicorn Pack videos coming to you guys soon, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the generic stuff. I'm gonna get out of here, go get some sleep. But thank you all so much for watching. And as always, stay true.